I would like to now I'd like to introduce LIFT, a longtime member of LIFTT's peer mentoring program, Darren Abel. Darren has been largely responsible for a lot of youth activities here at LIFTT. He just this week spent a week at the Montana Youth Leadership Forum as a member of the staff, helping to introduce the next generation into the disability rights and independent living movement and learn how to advocate for themselves. Darren Abel, thank you.
Can you hear me? All right, thank you. So, my name is Darren Abel. I've been a peer mentor now for 8 years. Well, going on 8 years in April of 2026. So I just wanted to make a statement on the ADA, and I don't have any paper in front of me. But, so, here I go. So, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are the words that are a part of our Declaration of Independence. And at the end, I'll have a quote from a movie from 1932. So, with that said, the reason I brought that up is because the Declaration of Independence was signed without the people with disabilities in mind. So, I was born with cerebral palsy, and I am actually as old as the ADA itself. So I feel pretty glad when I hear people say it's a young movement. The only thing I want to say is the ADA has helped me, not me personally, but it's helped people around me and people who are like me. It's not easy to have a disability. And as Jed said, this last week I was at a conference in Helena, Montana, which has been going on in Billings since the year 2000. Well, I should say this, I have a speech impediment for 25 years, starting in Billings, Montana. And I've seen through the years, I was a delegate 16 years ago. So I've seen a lot of change in those youth. I've seen a lot of change in those kids. I've actually seen a lot of change in myself. When I started out as a youth, I was quiet. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And actually, I didn't think I was going to get one word out. But probably because the benches are empty, that helps. Anyway, so we talked about the ADA and the history of disabilities and what it meant to a lot of people who were like me, and people who share our commonality and common ground of disabilities. One of the most important things you got to realize is ADA constitutes our lives and how we're going to live it for people with disabilities. So when you build a new building, it has to be ADA compliant, and I mean ADA compliant. I don't mean look at it and go, oh, it's okay, because it's not okay. And I've actually went into a few businesses with doors without you press a button and it opens up. I've actually talked to businesses about that, and they just kind of brush it off. But I'm going to keep poking at you. I don't care. Because the ADA was signed for a reason, for our accommodations, and it's not just something on a piece of paper. It's something that was signed into law. I mean, um, but, so I just want to say that I'm so proud of how far the ADA has come and how far we've come as individuals with disabilities. And because it's not easy living with disability, it's not. I wish the only thing I could take away from my disability is my speech impediment, because I love public speaking. It may not look like it, but the only thing that makes me nervous is my speech. My physical disability, I'm okay with. So, so if LIFTT and the ADA has taught me anything, it has taught me to get stronger and get stronger with determination. I don't say a lot, but I show through my actions at LIFTT and the Montana Youth Leadership Forum that everybody with disabilities, they matter. And so to close this off, I am going to quote a movie quote from 1932. Keep in mind that people with disabilities in that time were known as freaks and sideshow performers and that's okay, that's a part of our history. I used to get mad at that, but I don't anymore, but that's a part of our history. That's why we're here. That's why LIFTT is here. And pretty much that's why any disability, anyone who helps people with disabilities, that's why those organizations are here. But that's a part of our history. That's how we were viewed, and through time, you had Section 504, 1973. No discriminations against federal places like your job or schools. And then 1990, the ADA. So the ADA, I like to look at it as our Constitution, a form of our Constitution for people with disabilities so we could thrive and open up and just be a part of society as a whole. Ramps, automatic doors, anything that could help us through life. So I'm going to quote this real quick and I will get off of here. So the quote goes, this is a short quote. So it starts out as something like, we didn't lie to you folks. They didn't ask to come here. Okay, it says something like, they didn't ask to come into the world this way, but into the world they came. So with that quote, I'm going to say, we're here. We're here, how are you going to help us? Yeah, I mean, a lot of us didn't ask to be born this way, but we are. So, so yeah. So that quote has kind of stuck with me for a long time. I actually own the movie. I love old movies, but that quote has stuck with me for a long time, and I use it wherever I can possibly go, wherever I can use it. It helps me. So, yeah, we may be people with disabilities, but in the end, we're just people. And sometimes we're not perfect, but we have those accommodations and those, things like Section 504 and the ADA to help us. So yeah, thank you for your time and enjoy your time here at our ADA